There's a lot to get done in D.C. over the next several weeks, from long-term spending bills to border packages, foreign aid. But can there be bipartisan compromise? Senator Pete Ricketts made a quick weekend stop in Nebraska and came to the KETV studios for an exclusive one-on-one chat with Newswatch 7's Bill Shammert.
January 23rd, 2023, so you were sworn in, so you're coming up on about a year. What was the biggest surprise, the biggest change from Nebraska to D.C.?
Well, obviously, D.C. is a big city, and I live in Nebraska for a reason. I love it here. You know, Nebraska is one big, small town, so what was one of the bigger surprises is just how nice the Democrats have been. You know, you see on TV how polarized it is in D.C., and certainly we have our big differences on policy issues, but at least in the U.S. Senate, everybody treats each other very civilly, and so that was a nice, pleasant surprise.
Well, there was compromise on Thursday. You voted for the stopgap measure to keep the government funded for another 6 weeks. What do you want to see done over the next 6 weeks to support a long-term spending bill?
Well, the big problem we have in D.C. is the system is very broken, and that includes our appropriation process. We're supposed to pass 12 appropriations bills to fund government every year in both the House and the Senate. And frankly, Chuck Schumer has just dragged his feet. We've only passed 3 of those bills in the Senate. So what I would like to see is that we actually get back to doing the business for the people, which is pass these appropriations bills, allow us to offer amendments on them, get it to both the House and the Senate, send it to the President's desk for signature. That's the way the system is supposed to work.
Are you comfortable with that $1.6 trillion figure?
Well, that's the whole point of having a regular appropriations process, because then you can offer amendments to it to start reining in spending. If we want to get a hold of spending, and we need to, if you look between 2019 and 2023, spending at the federal government is up 40%. The spending is out of control. The way we start addressing that is having a regular appropriations process where senators can start offering amendments on how we start controlling that spending.
I want to talk about the border. What's the biggest issue in your eyes right now?
Well, the biggest issue is that Joe Biden has broadcast to the entire world our southern border is open and refuses to take any steps to try to control it or even enforce the law. And I'll give you one example. Parole is something that the executive branch can do in cases of extreme humanitarian need or the best interest of the country. If you look under Obama and Trump, on average, it was about 5,600 people a year got parole. In the last year, Joe Biden has paroled 1.2 million people. He's absolutely abusing the process to basically let 85% of the people who cross that border just released into our country.
So what can be done? Where's the compromise at?
Well, we're working right now as Senate Republicans on the supplemental bill that would include border security to require the president to actually start reforming what he's doing with regard to parole, fix the broken asylum process. People are gaming it. I've been to the southern border 4 times. I've met people coming across the border. Asylum is supposed to be for people who don't feel safe in their country. The people I talk to coming across the border, they just want a new job. That's not reason for asylum. So the system is being gamed. It needs to be fixed. We need to have more resources for our Customs and Border Patrol. We need to build a wall. Walls actually work. The CBP people tell me walls work.
Switching to the race for the White House, clearly you want to see a GOP nominee, but it looks like it's a 3-person race right now. Former President Trump had a big win in Iowa. Have you picked a favorite yet?
Well, I am not endorsing in the primary. I know all these folks, generally consider all of them my friends, but I will tell you I will be supporting a Republican nominee to replace Joe Biden in the White House because his policies have been so terrible. I mean, just ask yourself, are you better off today or are you better off under Trump?
Sounds like